Alright guys, so the reason I got the creeper in the other video was to, really I'm actually working on my power steering pump. I have a lot of issues with these power steering pumps. The Saginaw, it's leaking. You can see down there, I don't know if you can see that, but it's leaking down there. And, come over here. And I don't know if you can see that, but there's a drip right there, in there. Yeah, I guess I've had the hydroboost for probably about almost 8 to 10 years, the conversion. But I've had a lot of issues with these Saginaw pumps leaking. You know, either from the front seal or like where the pump meets the can. And but let me show you what I got. Plus, it's making kind of like a higher pitched noise. I don't know if that's just because I'm getting air bubbles in there, air leak, or what it is, but. Yeah, I need to keep the can because that's actually a hydroboost can. I have the double outlet. I mean, you can convert and put a T in there, but it's not. I wanted the actual hydroboost. This is not the original one I had. Like when I converted over to my Saginaw or my serpentine conversion, I had to change the can. But yeah, it's a dual outlet can for hydroboost right there, as you can see. Yeah, it's always a pain in the ass. I mean, this is probably one of the worst things to remove in a car, just because. I can't just unbolt it and pull it out. I have to take this pulley off first. I mean, I do actually have the tools for that, and I'll show you that, but it's, yeah, it's a headache, because taking this thing off is a headache, you know, the power steering, the pulley. So, yeah, you can see it's leaking right there in that cross member. And it's bugging me, because look at my, look at the concrete. Even though I have a drip pan, it's covering the thing up, you know, so. Let me show you what I got here. This was $44 over AutoZone, $9 core. Got some Lucas fluid. I think my kid's wondering what I'm doing out here. Think you can help me do the power steering pump?
Yeah.
Cool. Alright, let's see if we can open this up. Okay. You gonna help me? Okay, good job. Alright, so this actually is the pump, this is the pump unit. I probably could have just got the seal kit like this. It's probably all I needed. I don't think it's leaking from the front shaft seal. I won't know until I take it off, but I think that was fine. I'm just going to replace the pump itself. You can actually buy a complete like seal kit for like $13-14. But okay, so I want to make sure I have all the stuff.
We have a new one. Hey, Mom. I mean, Dad. We have a new one.
Yeah, we got a new pump. There we go.
God.
We got this new pump right here.
We're not going to break it.
No, we're not going to break it. Alright guys, I'll be back. I gotta get that thing off. Alright, that's the biggest headache, like I said, getting the pulley off. Alright guys, so this is the tools to get it on and off. I can't remember who makes this. I bought this a while ago. And surprisingly, I actually use this a lot more than I wanted to, you know. So, this is the one I pulled off, and this is the one I put it back on. So, it's actually easier to get it off than it is to get back on. So, alright, so this kind of, I'll show you how this goes. This kind of, this wraps around it, and then slips on there. Alright, cool guys, I'll be back. Alright, so that's how the tool goes on there like that. It just slips on a collar. And then I gotta pull up, I gotta take my belt off, obviously. Get that going. Yeah, I feel like my cold's coming back again. Alright. Yeah, it's a belt tensioner. Yeah, I love the serpentine conversion, man. I've had it for about a year now. And it's super quiet. I never have any belt slip. Okay, so you just turn the wrenches the opposite direction and it'll pull this thing off. So hey guys, got that pump pulley off. Maybe this will give you a better representation of how this thing works. Just kind of wraps around like that. Alright, so now you gotta take the hoses off. You know, having one of these capture suckers helps out a lot too. But yeah, regardless, I'm gonna spill fluid somewhere. There's no way of getting around that. So I'm gonna put a little catch pan below and get it going. Yeah, I wasn't leaking from the front seal, as I can see here, you know. I didn't think it was, so. Alright, cool. Like I was saying, it's hard to not make a mess of this. Hey guys, what's up? So I think I figured out that's where it was leaking from right there, on that bottom seal. So, guess I'm going to inspect that seal. Even though I bought the whole pump thing, you know, I didn't really know, you know, I was making some kind of a little pump noise, but, you know, like the humming. Alright, so I'm going to take this thing out, I'm going to separate it. It's just pretty much rained here pretty good last night, just this bolt and that bolt right there. Alright guys, so this thing should just separate. Hope you can see this here. That way we can see it maybe. This thing should just pull out. It's probably gonna make a mess everywhere. Grab a mount here real quick. Got my catch pan here. Alright, get that stuff here. Alright, there's a magnet there, forgot. Alright, cool. Alright, get this going. Yeah, the instructions are horrible on this thing. It doesn't even tell you anything about where to put the seals, but I kind of already know how to do that though. Done this a few times already, so. And the little plastic tabs, I gotta pull those out. Yeah, if you don't pull those out, your pump won't work. That's actually what allows fluid to go inside the pump. I think those are check valves. Alright, cool. Get it going. So I'm going to use the door valve. There's a couple different, there's like valving. You know, this will allow different pressures to come out of the thing, out of the pump. This valving thing right here. This valve right here. Okay. Alright. I don't know if you guys can see that little mark right there. Right there on the bottom. That's kind of where I think it was leaking. So I'm going to take some really fine, super fine sandpaper and try to smooth that out a little bit. There's a lot of dings up there. Yeah. Jeez. Alright. Alright guys, hit the thing with some 2000 grit sandpaper. Clean up the edges, but what I'm really worried about here now is that little ding right there. It's like almost like right where the seal actually sits against. So, well, maybe a little bit further in, I guess. Just want to make sure that's like actually flat, not like there's not like a dimple in that metal. Okay, I guess I'm gonna start lubing up the seals on this thing, just a little bit, you know. I mean, I don't think I want to use grease because it's hydraulic system. I don't want to put grease in the hydraulic system. Alright. That way it doesn't rip the seal. Alright. Alright guys, actually I just realized my arbor press. I guess I could have used my other shop press, a bigger one, but this arbor press actually fits perfectly right there. So I can actually put this down, and because I want to keep this flat to keep these seals in place while I put down the can here. You know, as I push down the can or tap it in. So, like I said, I want this totally flat so these things don't come out of place. Yeah, because this actually prevents the fluid coming from the screw holes here. So, cool. Okay, guys, got this in there, and the main thing is you just want to make sure these little black seal in there. Just want to make sure that's in place before you do this, and it's still in there on that side. And make sure you don't pinch the main seal in here anywhere. Alright, hopefully that ding that wasn't causing the actual problem, but, and then it's just a matter of putting this stuff back on, you know, like this. That's about it. Cool. So yeah, then I have to put this little thing back on there, but I'm going to put another seal on there. Even though this thing is brand new, and I'm going to replace the seal anyways. Alright, cool. Alright guys, got that thing on. Have the pipes reconnected, hoses, some Yeah, the hardest, sorry, sidetrack here, but the hardest part is the putting the pulley back on. Super, super headache. Alright guys. I wish they would have made this bigger than 9/16, you know, like something 5/8 or bigger. You know, just getting the wrenches, you know, it's hard in there, you know, so this is the hardest part, so can't really get a tripod up here to show you, but it's just a matter of turning the wrenches one way, you know, opposite directions, like the same way I took it off. Oh, by the way, having a strap wrench kind of definitely helps out, because you have to get the center piece tight inside the threaded part in there, and it wants to come loose, but you need to be able to grab that pulley and tighten it, so that definitely helps out a lot. Alright guys, so I have the pulley on. I can always tell when that thing is flush with the pulley. Well, the center shaft is flush. So I'm going to prime this thing. Yeah, don't start the car without putting fluid in there, obviously, and priming this thing first. Yeah, you'll hear like rah, like loud. It'll be like crazy loud. So yeah, there'll be lots of air bubbles too. So all right, guys, here's some Lucas. So I put it in there. I'm just gonna spin this around, let it go in there, let it seep into all the holes for a while. Make sure that the pump internals are lubricated. Or if you don't lubricate this first, you're gonna hear a loud screeching sound, and it's gonna jack up the pump. Yeah, I mean the face of there's like little veins in there that rub against like some metal. All right guys, there it is. It's running. Don't see any leaks yet, so I guess I'll keep an eye on it. Definitely sounds quieter than the other one did. But if you guys are wondering, this is a 351 Windsor fuel injected, poly fuel injection. And this thing seriously hauls ass. So a lot of torque.